my camera stopped and now it's fine. Okay, so thank you for the very brief and introduction about my background. As I belong to Calcutta University MMTTC very quite recently, and then till then I was with one of the premier colleges in this part of the country. Yeah, that is the autonomous college. Yes, that was St. Joseph's College, Devagiri, and that provided me lots of experience in the handling with the youngest days and we meet the youngest days. And then thereafter, I shifted to Calcutta University. I was MMTTC director. And then, then what happened? Unlike in the rest of the country, we were a little delayed in starting the NEP in 2024. So 4 years now, we could see what is happening in the different part of the country. People were struggling. And then in 2024, it was introduced in Kerala state also. Yeah, NEP with a revised FYUGP, 4-year UG program, integrated PG and all that. Okay. So they're all actually, while I was working with it, I was a PG program convener also. Then what I have experienced is, see, suddenly this change happened and then teachers are stuck. What to do, what kind of new courses to be offered? AEC, MDC, skill-oriented courses, and even selecting MOOC also. Because now there are teachers who have seen from 2020, now you are all almost understood. Okay, for others, no. But still there is a lot to go. And now we are seeing a lot of struggle from the youngest days and a lot of articles about it. And this is all related to all these subjects. And we should have taken a steps long ago. No, when I say that, you will understand when I take you to some interesting videos. Yeah. Okay, it's about what has happened in other part of the world and how they have mastered and what happened, why we are trailing behind. Now, what are the options for us that we have to find out? Otherwise, it is not only the survival of students alone. It is all of us, our system itself. Yeah. And with these forwards now, I'll take you to my first slide and this will be, that is from, I take it from the great Rabindranath Tagore ji. What he said long ago, even before the starting of all these industrial revolution, all these skill development. But that's what makes him, people like him, the so-called visionaries. And I would say it is not his direct statement as such. You look at my slide visible? Is it okay? Can you see my slide? I have shared it.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
visible, sir.
Yeah, you just read it, what he has said that. A person who passed away in 1941, first industrial revolution, second industrial revolution, he has not seen computer, third industrial revolution, fourth industrial revolution, what we are seeing today. Long ago, indirectly, he used to state like this. Okay, so what he felt at those days, don't try to teach the youngest days, present generation teachers what we learned. Or not what we learned, the same modus operandi, if you try to use it, it won't work out. Because they belong to another generation. You studied 10 years ago, 20 years ago, when AI, all these YouTube, all these videos, or even before the COVID period, certainly. So we were all trained by the old generation, old system. And now what happened? That's what many teach. Then what to teach? How to teach? Unfortunately, we all got stuck in between. You are in the transitional phase. And I have seen it quite often because when the autonomous system also came, the same issue was there. Autonomous colleges, they were supposed to bring out innovations, ideas and all. Okay, so what this man, you just look at this 1861, 1860, 1880, by the age of 19 or 20, he was in the UK. He went for studying not literature, Oriental or Western, law. He didn't like it. Because definitely going to UK during this period and all, that means he has this affluence and all. But then thereafter reaching there, he shifted to his line of thought. that is literature, Western thought, Oriental thoughts and all. Then he became famous for what he is. But I read somewhere he didn't complete his studies also. Anyway, so with studies or without studies, no, that's a question. We know what kind of, he was a successful person in all aspects. Okay. So that's the first part. So what he said that, and then there were, and he was the person who used to call Indian education system outdated. We are known for manufacturing. How many you are manufacturing every department? Every year you are manufacturing 40 students or 60 students. So if you have 10 departments in your college, 600 students are manufactured. And this practice has been going on long ago. And it is still continuing. And that's what. So what is the problem there? The students are coming out without knowledge. What knowledge? They have theoretical knowledge is there, but unprepared for evolving jobs. Unprepared for evolving jobs. They do not have the so-called, it is not nurturing curiosity or creativity. This is exactly what he meant by that. Indian education system outdated. And we are seeing, see, this is all a person who passed away in 1940 long ago. He was telling it. And now after 1940, now 1920s, where do we stand? Okay, this is the first part. So this is a thought for your session first part. Then I'll go to the next one. There was another politician. This is actually is a academician, literature fellow, literary fellow, everything. And who is this one? Franklin Roosevelt. Who is he? Franklin Roosevelt. Yeah, first we have to understand his educational backgrounds. A person with Harvard, Berkeley, Columbia University education. Yes, he was the American president during the World War II. That Oppenheimer movie, whoever seen it, there we have, you can see that he is not embarrassing. He is, not mistreating Oppenheimer. Anyway, that is his politics. So what he said that, he was talking to the University of Pennsylvania teachers, and he was telling them what he said. Don't try. So we cannot build a future for our youth. Some 10 years ago, if you joined for BSc, MSc or UG, PG with a thought, MBA, you had a plan. Now it is not all possible. What we can do? We can always build our youth for the future. Prepare the young generation. After +2, they are coming to you. Provide them the skill, knowledge, and resilience also. Now, the kind of evolution happening in the field of technology and education, we cannot imagine. That's why we are seeing jobs are disappearing. Now, what to do? Does that mean they all have to commit? No. See, they have to run away? No. Just imagine the people who are all practice. So they have got an education and the skill and knowledge. Somehow they should know how to wait throughout, waiting. And that is what resilience, that confidence. Unfortunately, yeah, we have to be sympathize with the present generation. 3 years ago, they studied, came out from the colleges with all the system. And now suddenly you are telling this all changed. Skills are required. And there is another reason also. Number of people with education has increased. Educated youth number has gone up. Many colleges, lots of universities. So what happened? The numbers are increasing. Anyway, so that's what. And then I want to take a classic example of what happened in the European or in the Canadian, most for the people who went to Canada. Canada last year, they shifted their priorities. Many job categories which were categorized as the most coveted, they are removed from their list. Simple terms, if you go to that country with their engineering or a computer engineering, there was a certainty of you getting a job there. But that is gone. But there are preconditions also. You simply except for certain institutions like IIT and all, there is no guarantee you'll get a job. You have to go join their universities. You have to join their universities and be there for 1 or 2 years and get their education, understand what is the kind of training, and then the so-called Canadian experience, that country's industry or academic experience, then only they will allow us to work there. That is why, okay, anyway. So now 3, 4 years after studying, suddenly they are saying there is no jobs in that particular field. They have removed most of the science and engineering, all these categories. So what exactly those students are supposed to do? Then you may ask me the question, what is the need for, what was the need for them to go? That all, no, it take like, no, it is taking a risk-taking option. Many people are going to different part of the world. Yeah. So they have certain confidence, but after studying the 3, 4 years, no, suddenly they're coming to know. So what to be done? Okay, and there comes individual capacity, resilience, adaptability. Those, so they know somehow how to manage. Others know they may struggle. And are we giving this confidence to our students? That's the question. And then I take you to the main, the next part. Another forum, World Economic Forum, 2025. Their topic, that particular week, weekly they come out with the topics, international topics. It's an international respected forum. Future of jobs in India. You may ask me now, why should they bother about the future of jobs in India? Because India, largest populated, or the big populated country in the world with 17% of world population here, 17. China, same number, 17. Together, these two countries, 34% of world population. And the future of jobs in India, it is a subject of interest for everyone. Big market, lots of youngsters here. Okay. So they are seeing what the title says, World Economic Forum. And this page, read it carefully. Read it very carefully. Companies are finding 70% of the students we are producing. 2/3 of companies they are not getting the talent pools. What does that mean? We are not providing the companies with the good students. Number one. And internationally, this problem is there 50%. Sorry, 47%. And read the next part, what I have shown in red color. Companies are taking the responsibility of providing skills. Then for what we are. Your college, you may be running engineering college, or you may be teaching in engineering college, or in any college for that matter. If you are unable to meet the industry demands, what's the need for your job? Company saying, you come to us, we will train them. And this I have seen personally as a principal of the Autonomous College I worked in 2020. I have seen that many companies come to our institution, campus interview, and they call the students, they filter all the students, all the students means all categories, all departments, science, physics, chemistry, zoology, Hindi, everybody. And then ask the question, see, you are IT company, and what is the purpose? You should have concentrate only on IT students or the computer science students. The answer they gave to me, sir, you have a very good pool of youngsters from this locality. And we are a Calicut-based company. So we know that these kids can come from home. So no, that rent aspect is gone. If you are from Pune or Bombay, you know how much it eats into the salary. First one. Second one, young talent pool. We train them for 2, 3 weeks. That's all. See, I am a teacher who is teaching biology. Then what about all the biology I have taught them for the past 2 to 3 years? And what they studied also. You have studied biology or economics for 3 years. And then you are in front of a system, program, and some programming they will provide you. And then what about the need for spending these 3 years in my college? You just think about from the perspective of a youngster. After +2, you come to us, we will train you, that's all. And that hits the base of our institutions. If we got nothing to offer, if the students also come to know, there is nothing. Okay, why don't we go for after +2? And now many companies are doing that. You can check yourself on the website. Courses offered by in a collaboration with the specific universities. Courses are there. And to get into certain companies, especially banks, entrance exam, interview. After that, only they admit the students. And then the student has to go for 2 or 3 courses in specified university. And the syllabus is, curriculum content is designed by that particular bank or banking industry. And then when they get out from the colleges, they will be getting the baseline job and then it goes on. So if that is the case, if this message spreads in the society, and spreads out like that, ultimately what happen? Colleges like yours, mine, these all won't be necessary. Companies are giving training. And the only problem will be they have to pay a high fees. That is not an issue at all. If you are assured of getting a job, then why don't you pay the fees? Okay, so this is what happening now. How many of us are aware of it? And most of us, you may be, see, people like me, I have already ended on my career. But when you have 10 years, 20 years to go, if your college is not getting sufficient number of students, what will be the situation? And I'm talking to you from Kerala, here where now we have it has become a very serious issue. Many reputed colleges, they are finding that they are not getting the youngsters. No youngsters there. 35 seats. Out of the 35 seats, only 5, 10, 15 are there. And if this trend goes for some more time, what may happen? People are scared. Teachers are scared. Students will not come to us. And it becomes our responsibility, number one. So, and then next part. What is the future of the work look like in India? That's a question. Yes, it says that fastest growing jobs, they're all in the technology related field. So the teachers who are from other fields don't get confused or don't get angry, because it has become necessary. We have to see that, whether it is big data or AI or machine learning, security management, these are the fields where jobs are there. So how your topic, your subject can merge with that or use all these tools, consider them as tools. It's something like, we learned Word, Excel, all those things long ago. Now it has become handy. Similarly, these are also tools. Okay, so a lot of technology related, and also then skills are there. So what does it mean? Now the AI, it is a software. What are the AI tools available in your scenario? We have to understand that. Okay, so it becomes we have to either study something fresh, and even if you go for a course in AI within very next 2 months, after 3-4 months, next semester, there will be a new AI tool will come. So what happened? That's what we call as reskilling. If you don't have upskilling, all these things together. And in our subjects also, what we have learned or studied may have become redundant now, not useful. In such cases, now we have to shift. Okay. So India's key labor, and read it carefully, finding employees in the local labor market. India is struggling. Good companies. Okay. So what happened? They are not going to, that doesn't mean filling vacancy by foreign labor. Foreign trained, international exposure, that helps. Okay. And adopt skills and hiring by removing degree requirements. Then for what we are all? That's the question. So the future of jobs in India, employers are looking forward to this issue. Then I'll take it again. This is international data, World Economic Forum. Then another thing, what about what may happen in the future? New jobs. Yes, new jobs will be there. 170 million new jobs. But nearly 93 million will be disappearing. All the kind of jobs, the jobs which were not requiring the skilled jobs. Sorry, the jobs which require skill, it will be coming up. Others, no, it may fade out. So what to be done? Think about it. And that's what NEP. There are 8-10 theme areas for this program, STP. And out of the 10 theme areas, I will consider the research and the skill, and all these are as the most important ones. Research and skill development. Okay. And that leads the question, what kind of skill? Skill alone will suffice or not? Yes, skill alone may not be. There should be job creation also. Job creation. But there are, with the new technology, new development, jobs are coming up. We'll see next one. And this is another one. Career counseling platform. In 2019, they conducted a survey. Now, recently no surveys. That's what I have seen. So what they have found out, if we ask the plus two students after plus two what? Ask the students. And they will give you the answer. They know only the 7 conventional careers. Parents and everybody, they are bothered about. They know 7 conventional careers are there. That is after plus two, either they become a doctor or an engineer, like that it goes. Okay. But the modern economy, it is offering more than that. Now it has all changed. And if you ask the teachers also, we will say most of the teachers also, they will be saying the same line, thinking in the same line. But the Mindla career counseling platform, they says that their website says, yeah, the modern economy is offering 250 career options, 40 domains. Many of these are not known to us. We are in the field of teaching. Okay. So, and what exactly is the requirement? And even if, and many of this modern economy offering new career options looks bizarre. And parents will not be willing to send the kids also. We see what are they. So this is the key point. So 7 conventionally, ask the student, any student or parent or the even teachers also, they will say, yeah, after plus two, what to do? Okay, so what the modern economy offers? 40 domains. Okay, we'll see. You look into this table carefully. Here on the left side, I have shown you some domains out of the 40 domains. And then the right side is the sample career options. Sample career options. So the sample career options, and here you can see the categories. So yeah, these are the ones. So left side domain and the career option. So I said 250 career option, 40 domains. A few of them I have seen here. See, just look at the yellow ones. First one is performing arts. Every day, 7 to 10 p.m. Most people are in front of TV. How many channels are there in your regional language? In Marathi, how many? In Tamil, how many? Malayalam, how many? So many channels. And who are behind all those programs? Whether it is whatever might be the show, whether it is a serial or a musical, or there are, all these are directors and then music directors and then choreographers, a lot of people. So it is an employment option for lots of youngsters. Lots of youngsters. Have you ever thought in that line? They were all talented, creativity, and they are creating something and you are viewing it every day going on. Number one. Then next one, hospitality tourism. We'll skip the others, only the yellow colored. Event management. How do you run the marriages in your places? Now it has become a huge, big business. Event management team. In Calicut, my experience, it runs into run a marriage. Event management team alone charges 1 to 3 lakhs. Nothing wrong. There are a set of youngsters who will do beautiful decoration. Who trained them? Imagine you are an event management company owner. You have taken the risk and you are employing youngsters. What skills they possess? You got it. And next one, travel consultant. Now all these online forums are there and we are traveling left and right, international tour or national tour, what might be that? We depend upon so many agencies, online agencies. What might be the name? There are people behind it. Hotel booking. And the third one from the bottom, this is more interesting. Design and creative arts. Creative arts. So what happens, see, what I would say, game design is, you ask your kids now if you have given them the freedom to play with the computer games and all. Very big, newer and newer games are coming up. Computer games. Who designs it? The only tragedy in this country, our piracy laws are not strict. You cannot buy the pirated ones as we do here in the abroad and all. So they get paid. The someone who creates it, he gets money. So his creativity, game designer, computer games are there, kids are there. So it is all what do we see? Okay. And the second category, middle one, fashion stylist. I'm talking about the career options. You have Amazon website is there. And the Amazon, when you go for all these fashion, what are kind of fashion designs available now? Whether it is shirt or your top or jeans, what might be that? Who does it all? Companies. There are a number of Amazon itself. No, you can see so many sellers are there. Each seller with thousands of design. Then when you visit the Reliance Trends or the Pantaloon, where might be there? Any shops. They're all designing. Who does it? Youngest days. Mostly youngsters, fashion stylist. Okay, so now we got an idea. So where exactly, what is our telling like? It is not after +2. You don't have to become a doctor or engineer or a lawyer. There are other options also. 40 domains, 250 career option, nearly 5,000 job types are there. 5,000 job types. Okay. But consider ourselves now, our problem now, we all think in terms of all the permanent job. Teachers and all, consider yourself lucky. If you are in a good institution, your job is stable with a sufficient number of students, always fine. That's what I want in the beginning. World Economic Forum is saying the same thing. Imagine I am from a state of Kerala. If the aided colleges and government colleges are empty, 40 students, only 5, 10 students are there. And then there are many without even 1 or 2 students also. Teachers are so surprised why it is happening. We have all good infrastructure, good hostel system, but nobody. Then what may happen? How long the government will support you? That's a big question mark, a fear. Okay, so that is the scenario. Anyway, so now I am seeing the other side, career options. And see, to get into these fields now, what training you have given to your youngest days? See, when I listed out all these career options, choreographers are there, maybe from your college, and event management team is there, travel consultants are there, yeah, fashion stylists are there. Yeah, fashion stylist means boutique. You know how much charges? And there are youngsters are there. But what kind of training our education system? That is what I said. So 10 years ago, 20 years ago, while you were doing your UG, PG, all these were not there. Okay. And then we go to, do you agree with me? If you have any comments, no, you can post your comments in the chat box. I'll be responding to that. Otherwise, no direct interaction. Yes, that is also possible. Okay. Next one. And here what is the, see, I was taking this topic for the past 2-3 years, and then 2025 December, this newspaper article came in one local daily, Adani port in Kerala. Trivandrum side, a port has come. And the youngsters who are working the crane operators these are the 9 young ladies. 9 young ladies you are seeing here. And they see what is their education qualification. Physics, diploma, computer science, electronics instrumentation, and mathematics, commerce, teacher. And these are the people who are operating these huge ships. Sorry, not ships. The container movement, carrying this, lifting up this container. Crane operator. Adani company wanted them, and fortunately for them, they have undergone some scores, crane operators course. Screened them, they got it. So this is what I was telling. So what we have to think about, what they learn from the colleges on the left side, what I'm saying now, here what we are seeing, how it is going to connect with them. You can tell me basic understanding is there, but in everyday life, while running that this is what I said, skill level. There are so many options are there. Then I take you to the next one, the fastest. This is international data, 2025 World Economic Forum. Fastest growing jobs. First one is known to us, big data specialists. I'm leaving that. FinTech engineers is a second one. All these financial online services are there. You are getting so many calls from credit bank, debit, all the banks, everything. And the loan apps are there. Loan apps also. And then there are so many apps like including the Google Pay and the Paytm. There are so many. All these apps can. Who develops it and who are working behind it? Online financial services are there. And then what about your mutual fund investments? Who manages it? I do not know. You may be having mutual fund. Earlier, it was a case of stock exchange and all. There are so many companies. Now it has taken over by the hedge fund teams under the various banners. Kotak Mahindra, HDFC, ICI, so many long lists are there. And you are investing. Job opportunities. So many youngsters coming to visit you. Okay. And the third one, I want to explain, AI and machine learning specialists. So this is where the jobs are coming up. Okay. And the fourth one, apps. Apps. How many apps are in your mobile phone? Who develops it? Why you replace? Occasionally, we will be saying that there are better ones and we replace it. Why? Someone has come out with a better app. Come out means what? It is their creativity. They have come with better app. And same is the case with all these apps. Okay. And the fifth one, autonomous vehicles. Fortunately, driverless cars are not fortunately. They are yet to land up in India, very costly. But technology has taken up. Imagine your driverless vehicles are there. But auto park has come, auto park. Some costly premium cars are there. Automatically it will park. Jam bacteria. So that's how new technology is definitely is going to catch up. And the next one, EV, electric vehicle. So what do we know about electric vehicles? Only 10% of the Indian market has been absorbed by electric vehicles. The remaining 90% is open. Now, as per the UN SDG, by 2030 or 2050, 60, government is taking all initiatives to promote electric vehicles to cut down the pollution. International treaty we have signed, so definitely that will happen. Okay, so who will repair your car? Spare parts and components are there. That is the question. And then there are more units will be coming now. Unfortunately, I'll be later. You will see that all these electric vehicle accessories are coming from China, even now. But it will change within another because government of India has taken all initiatives and efforts are going on. Semiconductor, we are hearing a lot about semiconductor industry. Government is trying to push out. And anyway, and then what about the solar panels? Number is increasing. Who will replace it? Repair it? Components. They are also same tragedy. Supply chain starts with China. But even after coming over here, who will repair? So this is what I said. Earlier, now we are having some AC, someone has to come and repair a AC or something like that. Washing machine. With the arrival of washing machines and all. Now it has changed. And this is what I said. World Economic Forum is a future jobs in India. Not India alone. Everywhere, same thing. And this is an important one. Fastest declining jobs. And we are stuck here. We are helping our youngsters to go in this line. Knowingly or unknowingly. We just simply come to the college and as we teach them and we go out. And what is happening to the youngsters after they come out? Imagine while you are doing your UG, PG, you were not worried, I would say, but there was a certainty. Now the jobs, clerical secretary posters, impacted by automation, digitalization. Classic example. Probationary officer posters. Where are those posters now? We are not seeing many advertisements. Why? There's another reason also. It all happened with the VRS taken by a lot of bank managers. That is one aspect. Then another one. Clerks, SBA clerk. All these banks, nationalized bank clerks. Now the clerical exams. It has come down like anything. I remember during my early career period, 90s and all, we used to go for invigilation. So many numbers used to come. But now we don't see anything like that. Because most of these jobs have gone to automation and all. And then cashiers, see, SBI itself, manual data entry, they're replaced with automation. And then OCR, AI tools, that is what State Bank is using. And number two, Ticket clerks. Those who are traveling in metros, you have seen that. Where are the ticket clerks? Metro. And then similarly in the online bus forms, bus companies and all, even many state bus service also, ticket booking. But now we have all the old pattern is there only because our parental generation, your parental generation, or many in the non-education field or technical field, they are not aware of how to use it. Okay. So this is okay. So now that we have, especially in the villages and all, there are many. Okay. So that also with the present generation, it won't take much of a time. 5, 10 years, it will disappear. What will disappear? Yeah, the number will come down. So cashier, ticket clerks, that's all. And the third one, what happened to the bank clerks? Where do we see bank clerks and all? Yeah, their number also. How many of you are going to banks nowadays? Now, very rarely we have to go. Very rarely. Why? Because now we do it all online. Okay, this is the thing. And then the fourth one. So, printing work. Earlier it was offering. Now, what happened to all these computer printing shops? We know that now it has become all like a subsidiary company, scanning, computing, everything together. Okay. And then the last one, accountants and auditors. How do you do your ITR submission? Most of us know we go for nowadays now we are doing with some apps or Excel. Yeah, now it has changed to with AI tools available. You do not have to visit an accountant and auditor. Most of the questions AI will answer, provided you have a basic understanding of income tax rules and all. So this is a reality. So these are the fastest declining jobs, but still we are training our students for these jobs, our institutions. Yeah. Okay, that has changed. And then what are the other options? Then you may ask now what to do. So now that is why government has introduced yes, all these skill forums that I will see after going for the next few slides, not now, because no, yeah, this is for my shorter versions, shorter sessions. Then we see this topic of what is happening now, why there is a sudden all these numbers are there, and we are hearing about India is a young economy, country with a young population, and why all this problem. That becomes clear when you look at this diagram. And there on the right side and left side, on the left side, we have the Indian population pyramid on the right side. And on the right side, it is, left, there is India population on the right side. It is pyramid shaped. So pyramid shaped population means what? No. Here what we are seeing, people in different age classes, 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15 age class. You look at the first one. Indian population pyramid shaped. So pyramid means its base is wide. 0 to 5, 5 to 10 age class. How many people are there? India, it is nearly 4%, male and female separately. Whereas on the left side, you are seeing Chinese population. Its overall shape is of a urn, pot shaped. So the base is narrow. And here we are seeing number of youngsters are less. 0 to 5 in China, 1.9%, whereas in India, it is 4%. Okay, so that is why. So in overall, you will see the aged population is high here. In China, it is less, whereas in the India, it is more youngsters, and that is why we are seeing all this problem. Unfortunately, they are all educated. Whether they're skilled or not is a different question. Okay. So there was a third statement like earlier we used to read, India is having all the advantages. We are going to be blessed with a young population. That is going to be a demographic dividend. But now as we see all these issues with one by one, the people are, the youngest days, they are not happy. Who are those youngest days? That is because 20, 24 or age group, 40-45% are not having proper jobs. And what do you mean by this 20-25 age group? They are your students, my students, all included. our UG, PG students. By the age of 20, they complete their PG, UG, 22, you can imagine. Why? Companies are, one reason, companies are finding they are not having. Employment is they are not getting. Academic qualifications are increasing. All are coming out with the degree and PG and now more number of PhD, everything. All are with theory. The skills demanded for the job market is missing. I'm talking to you from Kerala, and in this country, all this part of the country, we find it very difficult to get people to repair our many items. And at the same time, youngsters are there. Okay. And next one, and that's why skill-based education matters. 65 population, underage 5, demographic dividend, but employment, no. Academic qualifications, high. Okay, theoretical learning. And this is exactly what 1 year no, this article was there. Indian demographic trend. If you're having more youngsters, a large youth population, it is going to be a liability because these youngsters, which as in the terms of our great Tagore, manufacturers, we are manufacturing. Every year you are manufacturing students like this. They go out. And if they are not getting jobs, they will sit at home. And what happens at home? Parents will not give them peace of mind. Most of the parents, vast majority, they will consider these students are not getting a job. That is because of their habits and all, or they are unfit. But you think about the other way. After +2, with the great hopes, they came to your college, my college, and they studied what we provided to them. They complete the degree. Now, after going home, they are finding they are not getting a jobs. And people at home won't allow them to sit in peace. Sit in peace. Questions will be there, queries will be there, and the youngest they themselves are worried what they will do. And added to that, the parental agony. And can blame the parents also. Because many of them, as I told in the very beginning, I didn't say. Yeah, most of the students coming from rural areas and all generally may be from first generation learners. Parents may not have gone to colleges and all. Okay, they do not know what is the reality. Parents are the impression if they get admission into your premier college, yes, life is secured. But now that is not happening. So the students are going back, 3-4 years of students, they are sitting at home and they are taught they have all the frustration building within their mindset, your system. And how can you consider them as sympathize with them? And then what happened? That resentment and makes them. That is why often we say the current generation, youngest age, they do not know how to behave or they are become peculiar and all. This is the reason. This is one of the core reasons. Resentment, unhappiness, and they are ready to do anything. After a stage, they will reach that stage. No income, nothing to do, and all the jobs are not temporary gig jobs. Okay, and all the harassment, and then ultimately that's why they become so provocative. And you can, and I used to say this is the same reason why when we call for the alumni meeting, we don't see many youngsters. They don't come, not because they don't want to. They are not in a frame of mood to visit us. Embarrassed. They were our good students, good scores and all. They thought getting a good score in your college, our grades, that will lead them to job. That has not happened. They do not want to see the teachers. That is the reality. We know that if you picturize who are attending your alumni meeting, you can see the same picture. Okay, so a general resentment is there. And this is something which we teachers, we do not understand. Morning to evening, we are having a job and then we are busy with our curriculum preparation. Yes, it's all needed. Needed, agreed. But after going out from your institution, what is happening to them? We don't see much of it. We don't care also. Now it has to change. Okay. So that is this part. So it is very clearly, very correctly written by this newspaper in August 2025. I saw this article. I found very interesting. India's demographic development. It is a time bomb. It is a time bomb. When you have 20-30% of the population this branch, you can. Resentment is building up. It won't help. And when you are living in such a country, that is the same thing more or less happened in Bangladesh. Population is very high. Why they are coming into India? America faces the same problem. Mexico, Cubans, illegal killings, illegal contract jobs and all. They come into they will do anything for money. Like it can be all the bad habits. That's all I would say. Then now you can suddenly ask the question, why suddenly it all happened? And to understand that, we have to see what is industrial revolution. Industrial revolution in 1760, 1840 period, there was this James Watt. He discovered steam engine. Steam engine. So before that, how people were moving? People were moving in there was no, imagine, no cars, no boats, no motorized boats, and how people are moving. People, industries, it was not there. The arrival of steam engine, so many industries came, but it started changing. So yeah, and this is the way. Earlier, people were our great grandfathers, 3, 4 generation back, they were traveling in vehicles like this, bullock cart, pumping water, bullock cart, no motor, and agriculture field, bullock cart. And for traveling also, imagine you have no car, no bike, nothing at home. You have to depend upon, and that too, not all of them will be having a farmer. Mostly, he will be having a bullock cart. How many kilometers you can go in a bullock cart, or on a single horse ride, or maybe horse? And that was how the society was shaped up. But this all got transformed. Society, economy, industry. Why society, economy, agriculture economy? People are all living in a village area or maybe within some 30-40 kilometers. And within the circle, some kind of business, it was going on, some handicrafts and all. Suddenly, this machine transportation became possible. So people from your village can go to Bombay or Pune or Madras or Bombay or to, Malaysia, everywhere. Okay, so transformed. So people without jobs or land at home, they also could move out. It was all made possible by the sudden arrival of industrial revolution with the arrival of so many factories, small factories. It can be steam engine powered train, steam engine powered textile mills, hand production was replaced, step one. And then step two, it was changed by industrial revolution two, 1870, 1914. Electricity, arrival of electricity, what happened? Bigger factories. See, that was a time when Ford company came with their cars and all, assembly line. Instead of, people working in a peculiar way in assembly line, I'll show to that. So anyway, this all required whom? Unskilled workforce. Unskilled workforce. So what is this period? 1870, 19, you put it as 1940 also, World War II came. So 1940 till that period, I would say. So people who are working in factories like this. What you see here? Imagine you were born during this period. Ask your grandparents or if they're alive, how many colleges were there in your region? Their region. Very few colleges, only in the cities, and everyone all could not afford also. So vast majority, India or Europe or anywhere, this is from Europe, agreed. They were all ultimately after the initial primary schooling, they would have been going to a factory, huge factories, textile mill or industry units like nuts and bolt making, all these. You can see more of it in the that movie. What is the name called? Schindler's List. Schindler's List. Germany and all. Anyway, ancillary units are there. So morning to evening, imagine you're working in a factory like that. And that's what Charlie Chaplin in that movie. What is that movie called? Modern Times, 1936. He has well shown us what exactly was the situation. Second Industrial Revolution. So I'll take you to an interesting video. So you have been listening to me for okay. There's one problem. Just one moment. I will share one video. So this Charlie Chaplin movie, actually movies represent these patterns or styles of the each period. Okay. So in this movie, this is exactly what uh, this movie maker has shown us and all. One moment, no share sound, mono, stereo, optimize. Otherwise, no, you will not hear anything. Can you watch the video? Still image? You are all seeing it? Is it visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, thank you. Fine. So this is assembly line. So what happens? So boosting productivity. That is the aim. Any company for that matter. So they're not bothered about what. And this is the second industrial revolution with the arrival of electricity, assembly, assembly line. And this is a typical assembly line you are seeing here. The rest of the video, you can see it later because now I'll be sharing my PDF with these links to you later, and that will be useful for you. Okay. So what I have shown here, that is a second industrial revolution. So in all these places, what we see, companies now they try to boost productivity, maximize productivity. Yes. And for that, they will do anything. So that is a second industrial revolution. Imagine you were also in a factory like that, or we were also, because no school, no colleges. See, I'm talking about second and industrial revolution. And then came the third industrial revolution. We have seen it. We have people who are born after 1980s. And so this is a period when digital and automation started coming. Earlier, it was unheard of, computers and all. If you ask me, the classic example is what happened to the banks. But many of us may not have seen the banks during 90s and all. 1990, 95. It was like, yeah, most of our college office also were like that. No computers. So you have to stand up in a queue, check everything. Now how many of us go to a bank? Very rarely. Now it is all taken over, automation and online banking, and then the data also there. See, this was a period when, remember 95, 2000 period, and that was a period when computers startup are coming in. 2000, 2005 internet banking. And you may remember that many bank managers took VRS. Why? Voluntary retirement. Because with the introduction of online banking, banks suffered, they also suffered. Just imagine, just 2 to 3 years to retire, and you do not know. You have to all of a sudden, like what is happening to us now with the modern, new education policy and all. You have to study digital banking. It is not an easy for an old man, 55, 58, and he is waiting for retirement within 1 or 2 years. Suddenly, everything changes. And banks offered this VRS. Many, vast majority went out. And they were replaced by the present generation youngsters. Okay, so what happened there? The people who are not having, workforce was not having, not learned, adapted by learning new skills. Same thing happening to us. Anyway, so digital technology, that is arrival. And more or less same thing I remember before the arrival of COVID with somehow most colleges by 2010 or 15 DST, FIST or RUSA, they all bought computers, LCD projector, everything. But many teachers were not willing to take it, saying that no, we love black and white. Sorry, blackboard, chalk and board teaching, board and chalk. Blackboard and chalk. Okay, not willing to change also. PowerPoint, LCD, and then all WhatsApp, everything. That came late only. But this all suddenly there was a game changer. COVID, 2020, what happened? I remember that was a period when, yes, we were in college, that everyone, all were forced, including parents who were unwilling to give a computer or a mobile to their student. Everybody, okay, teachers all learned PowerPoint. That's what I would say. Presentations and how to use a Google Meet or a Zoom or Microsoft Team, whatever might be that. So what do you see here? The workforce, namely all the teachers, they are learning to use digital technology. Imagine teachers were not willing to do that. Then what might have happened? Management would have, teaching would not possible. And this is another classic example. What happens when industrial revolution, third industrial revolution, now it has become. And also I remember that example. See, this was period 90s and all I was doing. I was in a very good institution, all facilities. But till then we were using mostly Godrej typewriters. Typing every day morning, thesis, everything you had type and then again go back. And it all changed with the arrival of Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. How can we think something about it? You see, without any of this, it is possible to go ahead. Okay, so that's the third industrial revolution. So this is the period when digital revolution happened. And next one, we have seen it. We are all part of it. And from 2020 onwards, the next one came, fourth industrial revolution, the so-called Industry 4.0. What happened here? This is the period when we started seeing all this AI, robotics, instead of CD, DVD. What happened to our CD, DVD and all? It is there, but now it is mostly cloud-based data, cloud computing, and then arrival of smart machines, smart factories. And better I take you to another video. And that is from the company Tesla, which they created some 3-4 years ago. So this is, just take it as a one example of what is happening in the developed countries. Boosting productivity and who they require. Remember, earlier I was telling people going to Canada, even if you completed your engineering degree here or your degree here, you have to study in their universities and their laboratories and understand their machines. Then only then the industry, then only you will be fit to work in a company in there, the so-called Canadian experience or European experience, sometimes they're called. Anyway, I'll take you to this video. This is interesting and it gives you offer chances for you to laugh also, because they will be seeing this Tesla companies boasting, we are the greatest in the world, and you know that Elon Musk is very well known for that. Suddenly it all changed. Okay, we'll see. I'm sorry, this is another video. Not this one. Okay, sorry. Yeah. And this says about what exactly, what did all this talk about skill development, why it has become so necessary in the industry company. So that's about jobs. Job creation is a different thing. Anyway, I'll take you to,
Did you know that Tesla produces one brand new...
Just wait for, I have to share this one. So in this video, you will be seeing what you have to see here. This is what called AI and robotics and everything coming together, playing together. And how many people are there, manpower, and who are required there. Okay. And what the productivity that they themselves will be explaining at the end. Okay.
Tesla every 30 seconds at their Giga Shanghai facility. Today, we're going to talk about how they are able to churn out new cars so quickly and why Tesla was able to go from production hell and near bankruptcy in 2017 to cementing their place as one of the top manufacturing companies in the world just 5 years later.
So this was created 5 years ago. Now all the international manufacturing companies, they do it. Okay. So what do they do? How they produce it?
And they all go together a little different. But for the sake of today's example, we're going to focus just on Tesla's most popular vehicle, the Model Y, and specifically the Model Y variation that they are building at the Gigafactory in Texas, because this is the most clear example of how Tesla makes a vehicle in a way that no other company on Earth can match. The first stage of this process is going to be fabricating the various panels and vehicle structure that make up the Model Y body. To do that, Tesla is going to use a process called stamping. This is pretty simple. You have two halves of a die mold that hold the shape of the part that you want to make. Then you place a sheet of metal in between those two halves. Typically, that's going to be aluminum, and then the machine stamps down on that sheet of metal to form it into the desired shape. There are going to be dozens of these stamping machines involved in fabricating all of the components that make up the body structure. The next step from there is going to be piecing them all together. That's where the big robot arms and conveyor belts start to come into play. They are welding together all of those stamped pieces to begin forming the skeleton of the Model Y body, moving from one robot down the line to the next, each one adding a new piece of the puzzle. This is what they call the body in white state, they call it that. But once the skeleton frame is complete, they're going to start attaching all of the body panels, like the fenders, the doors, the hood, and the trunk. These can't just be slapped on by robots, so there are going to be workers attaching and bolting down all of this bodywork. In theory, they would be ensuring that everything is fitted perfectly straight and even. But in practice, Tesla has been known to fall short on that aspect, though a assembled body gets sprayed with primer and then sanded down to a level surface. Then it goes through a whole series of spraying and dunking and drying sessions, getting multiple layers of paint and gloss, depending on the finish. White is the easiest, that's why it's the cheapest. Red is the most complicated, with multiple layers of color and metallic speckles, and that's why it's more expensive. After the paint is dried, buffed, and polished, the body goes off to have all of the interior paneling fitted, the electronics wired up, and the glass installed. Now, simultaneous to all of that, there's going to be a separate process going on to manufacture the Model Y's underbody and powertrain. For that, they're going to start with a structural battery along with the integrated on the front and rear Giga castings, and that is the entire underbody ready to go in a few steps. The electric motors are then integrated into the Giga castings, one in the front and one in the back. Each is connected through a gearbox into the drive axles for board. Then, on top of the battery pack, they are going to the top of the structural battery pack. Then, the last big step is going to be to drop the finished body directly on top of the frame and powertrain assembly. The two are connected together by a series of bolts all around the perimeter of the structural pack and castings. From there, the Model Y gets the finishing touches from a team of people doing the final quality control, like Giga Texas, and it's fairly similar at Giga Shanghai. So now you have some additional context for how incredible it is that all of that can be done so efficiently that they can produce a brand new Tesla every 30 seconds at the Shanghai factory.
So you heard the last line. That is, they're producing a Tesla or a car every 30 seconds, whether it is 30 seconds or 30 minutes. This is what I said. It is boosting productivity. That's what they do. And there no, here no, what you have seen that video, what we have to think about. The people going out from our institutions, what skills they possess, or do we have provided them the skills to survive in these companies? These all are the companies of the fourth industrial revolution period, and where they have automation, machines are communicating. That's what you have seen. Machines are communicating. Okay. And then analyzing data, making decisions. And when the machine fails, that is also decided by other machines. So who are required in this environment? Only skilled employees, not semi-skilled, untalented. And this is what we call it as the fourth industrial revolution. And what is the requirement now? Okay. And then, sorry. So we have seen first industrial revolution, second, third, and fourth. Now we are in the fourth industrial revolution, but we are trained by teachers from the third industrial revolution. And with the third industrial revolution training, if you try to come out in the fourth industrial revolution, what may happen? This is exactly what in the first slide, what I showed you. Don't try to teach the students what you learned. You will be in trouble. That's what we are facing now, this scenario. Okay, then how to come out of it? And this is not only in agriculture alone, sorry, in this particular field alone, all everywhere, third industry, fourth in, everywhere, same scenario. And this is Golf and, sorry, the Volkswagen and Fortuna, sorry, Toyota, all countries do the same thing. And then not only in automobile industry, agriculture, the reason why countries like America, European countries, they are all having very high productivity in agriculture. We have one video coming later. They use all these technological, yes, modern farming. They have the skills, AI-driven tractors, autonomous. So to run all these machines, who are required? In our country, mostly we see JCBs. There it is AI-driven tractors, AI technology. So developed countries are doing that. And then the next one, if in the cooking station also, hotels, automated machines are there. And then, yeah, robotic arms for sorting and sealing, automated cooking stations. Okay, and similarly in the industry, garment industry, how come Bangladesh has become major exporter? You won't believe that tiny country, whatever might be their problem, they are in level with India for so many years. They reached that level. They have all these robotic sewing machines, robots, garment handling. So what we have to say, the country is having the smart fabric cutting skills are there. Skill-oriented education, it has enabled to have all these machines, and then the people are working with that. If one, and I'll take you to one more video that is also interesting. Just 1 minute.
We are Colonel Foods. We're based here in New York City. The company got started about 2 years ago, did 2 years of R&D trying to figure out how to take chef-crafted fresh food that's made every single day and turn it into fast food using ingredients that you would find.
And I'll start once again.
We are Colonel Foods. We're based here in New York City. The company got started about 2 years ago, did 2 years of R&D trying to figure out how to take
You heard that they are saying 2 years of R&D in building this machine. So research and development, not only skills. These are the creative ideas. Research alone doesn't mean creating papers and publications, patents alone. This is also there. So based on the need of the society, and then read what?
Crafted fresh food that's made every single day and turn it into fast food using ingredients that you would find in your kitchen. The food industry is certainly facing some challenges these days, and one of them revolves around labor. What we've set out to do is look to say, what are the jobs that are the least appealing to people in the industry, where we could use automation to supplement and make the rest of the jobs better jobs, better paying jobs, jobs that you want to stay in. When you walk into the back of the kitchen, you find this role, the expediter. the person in the back often screaming and yelling. There's tickets flying around. Orders are coming through. Orders are being called out. Then when you're dealing with hot food, there's loading in and out of the oven and making sure that you're timing things in our entire food preparation. We chose KUKA primarily for the reliability and the reach and the front operation and our staff upon this. So we're really trying to optimize for letting the machines do what they're really good at. So the timing, the temperature, and the order of things, and then let the humans do what they're really good at. So it is very like high dexterous or very variable tasks. The KUKA robot does a lot of different operations. The main one is loading the oven from a set of portioned trays that are populated within this rack. Then it has to unload the oven as soon as that food is cooked.
So this is another one which I joining the meeting. What happened? I went out.
This meeting is being recorded.
Yeah, it's okay now.
It's okay now.
Please wait. I'm coming back. Okay. So you have Is it okay? Is it all right? And I don't know that background. So this is what we stopped like. Now what is required is reskilling evolution, and we are going through this phase. Skill requirement shift. Who are required? Highly skilled workers are there. Technology, programming. Is my sound clear?
Some echo is there, sir,
Okay,
from your
then
side.
I'll restart it.
Some echo is
Okay.
more echo there.
I think the settings, some changes happened. That's why. Okay.
Yes, sir. Sound repeated again and again. Echo.
Where is that pip link, sir? Echo is from the rejoin. That is better. Is it still? I think
the sound problem.
Is it from? Anyway, we take a break and rejoin. That is better. Now it's already 4 o'clock. Okay, right. 2:30 we started.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay, then we'll by that time we reset it. Fine. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, now it is 3:55. I'll be back by 4:10. Thank you. Good evening. I am back here and I will continue with the slide, and I am using a different system. We see it will work out. Okay, so thank you. And it got interrupted in between. Okay, shall we restart? Is it okay? Yeah, this is where we stopped. We discontinued, and so this is what I was talking to you. That's about why all these NEP, skill development, why sudden thought about, no, see, many teachers will be wondering like, now why it was all suddenly it has become necessary. Okay, there was questions like that. Okay, not so, and the background, that's what I have shown you here, what is happening. And now we are in this particular phase where skill requirement shift has become essential. So what to be done? Okay. So now we are seeing large population is a benefit or not. That's the question. Okay. So the answer comes here. It is benefit provided. Yes, it is all the workforce is having educated and skilled in relevant technologies. Otherwise, it will not be. And that's what we are experiencing now. Am I audible? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So in this particular slide, as I have shown you, this is a scenario we are facing now. Okay. Your employees policies are unable to provide them skills and the job market demands and all. So what to be done? There is no immediate solution agreed. And that takes us to the next part, like as per the social science, yeah, we are all familiar with this data. That is GDP wise, we have all reasons to be proud. We are one among the top 10 countries in the world level. Yeah, 197 countries. Out of that, India is one among the 10. And not only that, we are the fourth and fifth one because now it is shifting there and here. Okay. So what you see here, who is the number one? Americans, $30 trillion. China, $20 trillion. Then comes Germany, Japan, India, and all. Here all you can see the range is from 19 suddenly to 4, 3 like that. So what's the difference between, what's the gap between these two countries, India and China, with the more or less same population? That is what we have to think about. They are 5 times richer than us, ahead of us, GDP wise. Okay. And also this has happened after 1990s. Till then this country was behind us. And then per capita income is a further sad story. Per head income. Yeah. And this is, we are in 4 digits. Okay. China and all. Brazil. Even Brazil. Yes. That is where now they have scored education and skill development. Okay. And what are the fundamental reasons for all this? And there is a social science teachers, they must be aware of these two great econometrists, Hanushak and Wasserman. The details you can refer later. Stanford Education and Hanushak and all American. So that based on their 40 years of data analysis from South America, more or less same problem in the South America, entire South American continent. There are also lots of money is being spent for the education, but no, economically those countries are not marching ahead. So they have analyzed the data, the 40 years of data, and that's what they have come out with us, the so-called yes, the data known as the Latin American puzzle. Latin American puzzle. So in the Latin American puzzles, what they say, governments are spending a lot of money, economy not going up like, okay. So the conclusion, economic growth is a function of cognitive skills of the population. It's a very well reputed international study, Oxford Research Encyclopedia and all. And what is this? In this cognitive skills of a population. Long-term economic growth, a function of cognitive skill. Math, science skills, critical thinking skills, problem solving skills. If the population is having that capacity, that is good for the economy. Those countries will grow. Okay, and they have brought out the knowledge capital concept. Knowledge capital. Knowledge is a key to a country's development. Economic growth, not driven by how many students are attending school. That is 100% literacy. Every village is having one school. That will not work. What is the outcome? The students studying there, that is what Bloom's taxonomy has told us. It's a very fundamental thing only. Okay. So mostly our policy makers, they all go for every village, one school, all facilities. But deeper issue is outcome, cognitive skills. Those are interested, you can refer this book later, Hanushak and Wasserman, knowledge capital concept. Okay. And that takes us to Bloom's taxonomy, which we have, I'm not going to take in detail. Cognitive skills are what? Capacity of why all the innovations are coming from certain countries. Why? Products are coming from some countries. Why you have to surrender to certain countries? Answer is here. Cognitive skills are high. They are able to come out with the products. And that is what Bloom's taxonomy says. Creativity. Use information to create something new. When you are sending your child to school, myself, everyone, the students in the basic part, they get lower order thinking skills, 1 to 12 standards, understanding, applying all those. And then when they move up higher in the school, so from the school, no, we get lower order thinking skill. And then higher schools, not higher schools, higher education, higher order thinking skill. If a person is going to after schooling to college or UG, yeah, he should get something. He should create, analyze, evaluate, creativity. It may be writing a research paper. What is a research paper? It should lead to a product. A product. It may be a book. Okay. Or it may be a poem or writing articles. If that is not unable to, that is what we are all mostly stuck. When we seriously think about research and give topics to our students, graduates and PG students, they are unable to do even the basic project works. And that is the difference in most of the Western education system. Many of my students who went there, they have told us they suffered because they were telling these students from very school age onwards, they are done for that. They have expertise. And many of my own students with all the scholarship went abroad and they struggled with the the Vietnamese and the Chinese and the students that's classmate. Imagine a 10 or 15 student PG batch with you having students from different countries. And openly they told us, sir, we are all good for knowledge, theoretical knowledge, by hearting a lot of things. Creativity, and we are lagging somewhere. We cannot think like that. And to understand more about that, take you to a very interesting exam, PISA. I would request all teachers to check this PISA exam later. Now the 2025 exams are over. Once in 3 years, what is this exam? This is known as Program for International Student Assessment. It is an exam to test the education system. It is maintained by international reputed organization, OECD. Once in 3 years, this exam is there. Very good intentions only, improving education system. And for that, they conduct this test. And what happens there? It is a 2-hour test. 5,000 students from each country writes the exam. And the capacities of 15-year-old students. Who are in 15-year-old students? That is our school students. When they are in the 15-year-old, okay, so you can say 10th and 11th standard students. Their capacity, their ability to solve problems, new unfamiliar conditions, no pre-coaching involved, no entrance coaching, nothing at all. And they have to write this exam, not online exam. So people from all across the world are writing it. It has been happening for many, many years. And India in 2009, once we wrote it, and there it was a tragedy. Yeah. After that, our government did not send anybody. Even 2012, 15, now 2025 PISA round is there. Results are yet to come. Because in 2009, we were 73rd out of the 74. Unfortunately, that's what happened. And the same Singapore, which was number 5 in 2009, they are the number 1 in the world now. And what is this test? Yeah, it is a good organization for economic cooperation development. You can visit the websites, they have all data there. Okay. So, and this is the result. This is from the Wikipedia page. You can see, you can refer yourself. And in their picture, you can see 81 countries wrote this test. 81 countries. Okay.
Hello, sir. Slide is not visible.
Slide not visible. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for that. I think now it's okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you for that. Otherwise, I would have been going for full screen. So what you see here, the countries with the green in color, they are all the toppers. And the red country, red in color, Latin America, entirely. And then you will be looking where India is. We are not writing. That is a gray color. Entire Africa not writing. And Russia not writing. Okay. So here it is 3 categories. 81 countries wrote. The top 20, top 27. And the mid-level in this color. Some European companies and the country, Mexico also in the category. And then the red ones, they are the lowest performers. Okay. But the most surprising aspect is, see, look at this figure. Entire Africa did not. In the entire Asia, 6 countries wrote it. And they are the 6 countries, and they are the toppers of the world also. I said Singapore, from 2009 onwards, they are all in the top bracket. Singapore, China, Macau, only regional, not entire China. Taiwan, Japan, Korea, Hong Kong. Do you see any connectivity here? It's a simple test. no pre-coaching. Students of these countries, they are the top payers. And in this Wikipedia page, they're saying even Germany was not in the top 20. They are so upset. Germany is just an industrial giant. They couldn't believe it. Simply says that the students of that country, the creativity levels are lower. Testing the education system, no pre-coaching, nothing involved. Okay, so and okay, and then this has happened in India. I'm not saying no, because what else the ministry can do? Human Resource Development Ministry. The teachers, we are the teachers. The students we are teaching, they sent them. They couldn't do it. And thereafter, okay. So this is the top 20 countries, and already I mentioned. And who are the 6 countries, the top level? And they are the countries known as East Asian Miracle, according to the World Bank data. From 1960 to 1990 period, these are the countries that received. You know all these countries: Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong. Where do they stand? Top 10. Okay, and what is the purpose of this test? You have all the right to ask me. What is the purpose? Yes, there are certain fundamental things are there. Identifying which system is good. Is it Sri Lankan education system, or Bangladesh, or Indian, or Chinese? Which one is good? And then understanding which one is better, which system is good, working. Third one, policy making, because these all are result data oriented data. 5,000 students from China, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. If everyone is writing and the students are performing like this, data driven decision. And the fourth one, globally, where do we stand? Globally, when you see this picture, that's what I was telling in my presentation also. Students from this country who went abroad, they often say that. So we are unable to catch up with them. But slowly they build up. That I agree. So the countries who are the top performers. Okay. And the fifth one, who is responsible? We always know we look for somebody to blame somebody. Accountability. If our students are not, then you will say school students. Actually, school students are whom? We are teaching PG, and our own teachers, our own students become school teachers, and they are coaching. And if this is a flight of this country, students like cognitive skill wise for accountability. So PISA has only good intention. They want to improve the international education system. They want to understand which one is better, so that the issue of sustainability, okay, all those things. So accountability, PISA education system. Now we can understand where do we stand. Okay, so performance, motivating them to survive. So which one is to be followed? So that is what this PISA test is. Very interesting. You can check later. And there are other tests also. They are also same thing. Top performers are. There is another test called the TIMSS exam, Boston University, Boston College. Same thing. We are not there. Okay. And with this, all this stress up, I take you to the next part. Agriculture is there. So what I'm saying indirectly here on, I am pointing out why skill development is essential. Okay, and then this part will become more clear. So what you see in this picture, you are seeing the largest agriculture exporters of the world. This is the most mind-boggling data. Large agriculture exporters are there, largest. So the first one, here you can see the top is America. The second one is Netherlands. And the size between these two countries. Yeah, you just look at the figure here. America is 98 lakh square kilometer area. Netherlands 0.37, 37,000 square kilometer, not even 1 lakh. And that country, they are ahead of Brazil, China. They are all with 96, 85 lakhs. Germany also 3.6 lakhs. But the topper in the list, look at this one, number 1, US. This country is something like, the Bangladesh is, we are comparing India and Bangladesh. 1 by 200 the size of America, only Netherlands. How they have reached that level? Agriculture export, not productivity alone. And they have with the skills. That is what we have to understand. They have the skills to do that. Okay, how they have reached that level? And this is another, mind-boggling data. What I am showing, see here, tomato per hectare from this country, it is 20-25 tons. India, 20-25 tons is our average productivity. Whereas these European countries, most of them, they are in the range of 120, 200, 250, 600 tons. They have the skills. And what do you mean by skill? with their research and development, they have reached, and now they are having the modern agriculture skill, where Indian farmer is with the 25 tons and they are with the 500 and 600 tons. Okay, then how can we compete with them? How can we compete with them? That is the question we have to ask. So here what we see, this is the 25 versus 650 tons, sorry, 600 tons and all. How can we compete with them? And how they have achieved that level? High-tech greenhouses, skill-bound education, or sorry, the technology. And remember, in that country, we will find it very difficult to swallow. Fertilizer use, Netherlands versus India. They have policies where a farmer cannot add fertilizer at his will. We have to follow certain government policies, whether it is urea, potash and all, each crop, potato, if you are having a 1 acre, 1 hectare potato, there are guidelines. Otherwise, excess will lead to the nearby water bodies. So such strict rules are they have those countries, and that is why we see all these farmer agitations, and our newspapers highlight it as, farmers are protesting everywhere. Farmers are protesting for different reasons. Okay, anyway, that's not the key point here. And then how they have reached that level? Second largest agriculture export in the world after America, and they are using only 0.5% of the land. See the difference. What I said to you here, America 98 lakhs per kilometer. Here, no, this country even not 1 lakh. Even the if they 37,000, they are using only 5,000. Yeah, only 5% of their land mass. How could they reach that? And they are using modern technology, like what you see in this image. What you see here, this is the LED light monitored systems. LED light. So what is the advantage? Plants, no, they are grown in the big houses, and 24 hours they are provided with the light. So in our country, this is all 12 hours, plants are working, and they have researched out with the LED light, boosting productivity, and we take it as the agriculture productivity, and there are companies trying to do it. So this is what we call as the skill in that particular field. You can see a huge farm, and before that, I take you to that video. You watch it, and here you can see. I'll be taking you to a greenhouse farm, which is common. One moment. Again, I'm stuck. Yeah, I stopped it and I'll be switching on to another system because there was some problem. One moment, I'll share. Now is it okay? Sound audible, no? Fine. Zoom with lots of features, no, it gives me sometimes. Yes. So I was talking about the greenhouse and the skills. Okay, so I will take you to that page once again. Yeah. So what you see in this image, and this is the one which I told you, the greenhouse farming and how the skills and agriculture skill helping like. So what you see here is a greenhouse farm of 15 to 20 square, 20 hectares size. Okay. So inside the plants are being maintained. Okay. And what is happening, what further? So when you watch this video, you are going to see youngsters working here, and this is a huge complex. And inside, no, they have found out that is no need for agriculture field. Instead, it's all grown inside. So here all we have to think about the creation, innovation, innovative ideas being brought out. Okay. And then you watch it.
Oh, fine.
These are huge farms. Okay. So inside each one, there will be the material used is not soil, hybrid variety plants are there. And as I told you, it is LED light. So ultimately, it helps to reach high productivity. And that's what matters. Okay. And who are working here? And when we talk about this internship and apprenticeship and all, this is a kind of environment. So industry, agriculture, and then with institution all together, it gives a called environment. Okay, and that's how those systems are sustainable.
Sir, sound not audible.
And sound not audible, sir?
Yes, sound not audible.
Okay, one moment. I started that. So actually, it was only music, only background music. So doesn't matter. So what you see here is capsicum. Anyway, I'll restart once again. So no, the power that video. So then that will give me the option. Please wait. Now coming back. One moment. Yeah, actually, there is no sound, only the music is there. So if you are not hearing the sound, you kindly excuse me. Okay. Actually, this is what I want to show here. This is all. Yeah, it's automation, so skill development. Okay, and they're also on the fourth industrial revolution, the way agriculture being done. Okay, so from where our farmers should get the ideas and all that we'll discuss later. Yeah, this is what I said. There are nearly 4,000, 5,000 greenhouse farms, okay, in that country. That's why I said less than 1% of the entire land area. That doesn't mean all agriculture can be grown here. There are plants which they have identified, researched out, that can be grown in this kind of conditions. Okay, so what's the productivity? Yeah, this was a greenhouse setup is like that. because this European country, 6 months winter, 6 months, some kind of hot, climate there. So during the winter season, it can be closed and it's all automated conditions like. So, okay. So other times, I keep it open. And as I said, it is not the plant, it is not grown in soil also. And this is what we have read carefully. They can grow anything there. They have this technology to grow any plants. Pesticide, very low level, high nutrient, and specified plants variety. And when I told you boosting productivity, what does that mean? Okay, that is see, in our country, when the plants are sleeping for 12 hours, and here, not all plants, it is not possible with all plants. That is also research data is there. So 24 hours, these plants non-stop. And instead of sunlight, LED light. And this all, we take it as the modern agriculture skills. And it is mostly adopted by various other countries also. And these white bags we see, this is not plastic, it's all biodegradable material. And the material used is coconut fiber that is mostly taken from Mexico, India, Sri Lanka. Patented variety. Okay. And this is the interior. So this is what known as the farms, the modern agriculture farms, and with this technology, the high productivity level they reach, and we compete with us. So the point for us, what we can do about it, and the systems they are using, hydroponic system, substrate system, this is all known to us. The theory we have studied in our institutions also, we are teaching the same thing. Most of the biology teachers are well aware of it. Okay, that's all good. But practical implementation based on this theory, okay, whether it's being done or not. And that is where these countries succeed. Okay, next one. And here you can see the hydroponics known to us. And then these are the websites, you can refer later. Coconut fiber, soilless growing. Plants are grown in a soilless media, researched out. And what you have to think about this coconut fiber, where in Europe? And is very much here in South India, and it's a kind of a waste matter for here. It won't degrade easily, and that is the quality they made use of. So that material is used for planting growth. And to that, to this coconut fiber, other nutrients are added. Plants just require something to grow. It can be any matter. Okay. And then volcanic fiber, another one. Volcanic rock, heated. And it can be used for agriculture, researched out. So these two items, and from where this cocoa peat is coming in, that is where our Indian knowledge system is coming into picture. Farmers in the south region, they know it very well. Coconut husk is a waste, and they use it for traditionally used for soil conditioning. But in these countries, they went beyond that. They have patented methods. That coconut fiber, they have a tannin reduction, and then added microbes, bacteria, and fungus, which is good for the plants. And then they have selectively added certain other material, zeolite, aluminum phosphate. And ultimately, this is all sold in packet like this. And it is ready-made to use in the modern houses. And these all are the cocoa peat ready for global greenhouse market. So it is something like, from India, it all goes 80%. And they process it and sell it like that. And that is where the skill and research output comes into picture. So from the research found out, this material can be used. And this is what NEP is warning us about. We have all this traditional system, but still we are stuck with, we are unable to move beyond a level. That's what I said, this LED light, utility of LED light and all. 10, 15 years ago, US and Japan, they came out with this idea. But now is going in institutes. And what you see in this particular picture, this is the representation of, actually in 2025 in Hindu newspaper, I saw this is from Telangana. The Nizamabad agriculture market, farmers are drying turmeric. What is this methodology? Turmeric, drying turmeric. There is nothing wrong in that, but this has been the methodology age-old practice, 79 years after independence, 100 years ago, same technology we are progressing with. And there was this nice article from this IIT professor in newspaper. Yeah, he has publications also. He has pointed out that. Suppose someone of you, we come forward with a new idea or a new instrument, industry will not support us because industry thinking in another times. Why should we give 10, 15 lakhs to this fellow? When they are having cheap labor is there, cheap labor. Who are these cheap labor? These are the or the parents. So you consider us. If you are from urban, semi-rural area, it is the parents of our college children. Okay, and how many of those students will go back to this agriculture and compare with what you see there in the other countries with the modern technology, 25 tons versus 250 tons productivity, and no pesticide issue also there that you have seen there. So there will be youngsters ready to work. And in our country, what may happen? What is happening? And what is the reason? What is the reason? Because this kind of ideas, small scale farmers like this, they are not watching what is the modern technology, and they cannot afford also. So who has to put in the investment and all, either from cooperatives or government policies? And then there what happened? Politics plays. Why politics? In India, agriculture is largest livelihood for nearly 55% of the country. 55%. Our GDP only 17, 18% is coming from agriculture. The remaining, GDP. Okay, so that is what it says that. And then, yeah, but the number of people working here, remember I showed you the data regarding our, yes, one moment. Okay. So this is the tragedy of this country. Like, okay, so what to do? Who will change it? So that's what we have to think about. Anyway, so the 55% of the young agriculture people, and they are all, we can say, unproductive mostly. And that is why when I said when we have this 20, one moment, I'll come back. If you have your opinion, you can put forward. So from where the idea has to come? The idea has to come from government. So what happens to the government? When I said it is 55% of the population, what does that mean? That is a huge vote bank. Now, all this politics comes in the picture there. Any government. So that's another thing. So what we can do? Education, training. See, this is what skill-based education. Skills Cutter Council are there. If you are from a region, and if you can offer courses like this to the farmers of the region, not farmers, youngsters of the region, yes, it will lead to innovative ideas from them. Many of them will make use of these ideas. It will help them, education. And for that, someone should offer them the course. And then we will say, this is not our responsibility. Agriculture universities are there. See whether they have done it or not. And in these countries, that is what happened. The so-called walking universities meet the farmer, and based on their demand, bring in ideas. And there you have seen, okay. So what we can do about it? So we can think about organizing. See, if you are from a farm region and all, your college or the institution has the funds and all, think about offering courses in this line. So you will be producing a generation skilled in this modern agriculture farm. Otherwise, you and me will be watching videos like this. We'll see it. Farmers won't see it. And when the some government agency, when they come out with this, because it is not possible by the small farmers, then all others will join together and they will oppose any such policy saying that is all going to favor multinationals and all those things. I don't want to go into that picture. Now we got the pic where what I'm leading to. Okay, so that is politics. It is not, we better leave it. So technology adaptation, technology, and this is all practicals. Crop monitoring, IoT sensors. And recently I was reading in these agro farms and all, they are using drones for insect capturing, insect collection, insect checking also. Pests are identified with the help of drones. Now we are hearing about drones in newspapers and all. The same drones for being used in agriculture. And this is what we call as modern agriculture. And then boosting productivity. And then instead, when we hear, America, European countries want to export our country, we won't permit. Then they will say, we want your product also. And next slides will give a more picture about it. Okay, next one. So what to be done is think about it if you are from a region like that. Okay. And then I'll take you to another short story. That is, many of us may be knowing that electric car vehicles and its battery, 80-90% of China is with it. Okay, in India only 10%, but all this 10% till 2024, all the batteries from whom? China. Is there anything wrong in that? Yes. It is their product, they get money, and our money is going there. That is what this article is saying, that India electric vehicle colony. And this is what government is trying to do again. But again, now what we have to think about, how China has reached this level. 53% of old battery from that country. BYD and CATL. BYD was battery producer earlier. And till 2024, all these, our companies, what they were doing, still more or less same thing, packing the cells. Battery cells has to come from China. Okay, solar panel, same story. 80%, one moment. 80% of the solar panel market is with China. And we require polysilicon. It is a derivative of quartz. They have the technology. And how this China have this level? Yes, solar panel, same thing. Okay, so polysilicon and various, okay. So this process, once we get this material, then our companies, because somebody was arguing with me, sir, we have so many MSMEs. MSMEs agreed. That's what assembling, that is what do. But they get the mining in South America, they do it. And their factories in China produce it. So cheaper one, they have patented technology. The same thing which I showed you with cocoa peat also. Okay. You can refer these links later if anybody is interested. Battery cell, we have battery, that is a different thing. Okay. And so all our companies like domestic, Exide, Amara Raja, everybody assembling packs. Product has to come from that country. Now it's trying to change, but meanwhile, they are ready with the next one. And then from where they got this technology, that's the most interesting part. It all happened in 1996. One American came out of this technology. What is that technology? Yeah, that is the production of, just one moment again, I am keeping two slides open. One, I have to close it. Okay. I'm sorry, this Zoom and today my computer also, Zoom, I'm not, yeah, there is always a difficulty with all these, lots of features it was. So sometimes it's not easy. Okay. I'll take you to that John B. Goodenough. He was the person who discovered in, this is research, what research can do. Yes, in the Texas University, they have researched out and found out that lithium iron phosphate can be a cathode material. And that was the beginning of these lithium iron batteries. Lithium iron phosphate. And University of Texas in 1996, he discovered, and then thereafter it was taken over by China, because not taken over, the technology further improvement is done by Chinese. And they got the advantage. So you have to see the period. In 2000, Chinese government with all the subsidies. Now the semiconductor industry also, you may be knowing that government of India, nearly 75,000 crores are given to companies to develop. Same thing they did long back, 2000 for the battery technology also. That is what we call as their vision, and their system is also like that. And then all these BYD, CATL, all together, they became the largest manufacturers. Then initially, Chinese battery, nobody trusted. Remember, 2015 is the period when all these new Chinese mobile came. And we were hearing about a lot of batteries bursting, safety, all those issues. Everything they researched out. Now they are the masters of this technology. That's a skill development. There are so many institutions, universities, where all these funds reached. They did it. And now in 2020, now they are ready with and 2020 and all, recycling technology. What is this recycling technology? Some 3-4 years ago, we were all worried, 2 years ago. Each battery is costing 6-11 lakhs rupees. How can we afford? How can we keep it? They came into the solution. That is what R&D. Who? Chinese. So they have the patent technology. In China, these batteries will be cheap. When they give it to us, it will be on a margin. Okay. And that is how they make money. Their skill. Okay. And the same thing they sell to America, Tesla, all these companies. Okay. And then by 2025, solid state battery. Now I see news like that. They are ready with the lithium iron phosphate. Its patent will be ending soon. Now they are ready with the next one, sodium battery. Sodium, the cheapest one. This is how things are going on. Okay. And what other companies were doing? They are all with the nickel, cobalt, and all. But Chinese understood that this nickel and cobalt, no, it will not be having supply chain. Its mining will be an issue, and there won't be enough cobalt, limited supply. Anyway, so that's all gone. And then comes the next one. So what we see, the same slide which I shown you earlier, we are also 17% of the world. They are also 17% of the world. Okay, globally. Then why we are so dependent on this country? That is the question. Each one of us teaches, and then who will do the research? We will say the agriculture university or the this is the universities and research centers did it. Okay, and that's how they reach the current level. And now we know that their dominance in everything. This is one example. Amazon. If you open it now, everything is from these Chinese companies only. Global dominance. Why? 2020, our Micromax was leading in India. They struggled because when lithium battery became cheaper, Chinese mobile become cheaper. Even if we put all the slap, all the export barrier, we cannot because we are dependent on China on many things. We may say, why don't we stop importing from them? We cannot. I'll come to the reason why. So Micromax in 2020 collapsed. Okay. And this is why I said we cannot. You can check yourself in the YouTube and see our country is so dependent on rare earth elements. Not only in India, Europe, America. That is why America was getting, they were treating China and India in different way. Regarding what? Russian oil. We were reading our newspapers highlighting, no, Russian oil we are importing, they are importing more, but no problem for China. Why? This is the thing. Rare earth elements, 17 of them. We have this material in our country, but only one problem, we don't have the technology. We don't have the technology. Rare earth elements, there is nothing rare in it. These 17 elements. Extract economically. 20 years of their research. And what are these rare earth elements? Okay, just a list only. Each smartphone, 6 to 8 rare earths are there. Each smartphone. Each electric vehicle, hybrid also, 8 to 10 electric vehicles, rare earths are there. So we have to get it from our neighbor. If they stop supplying, this will happen. Indian automaker, and this is what the tragedy. So this all should be an eye-opener for us. And the global dominance, research output, China. Product dominance, 60-70%, China. Okay, so what exactly happened there? We have this many deposits, 6.9 million metric tons in reserves, but cheaper technology they are having. Same with all these materials. So R&D is progressing like that. So we have to take it as their skills, and it is helping them. Since 1980s, 1990 were happening. So then when we come to softwares also, a few years ago it was banned. They were leading. Okay. So that's what called. So why this all happening? And that's the core point of this presentation. Towards the end I'm coming. Yes, they have their education system. I have shown you in the PISA when I told you those people are with high creativity, cognitive skills. There lies the answer. They have reached this level with their peculiar education system. Number one, vocational education. 50% of Chinese don't go to colleges. Instead, they are in ITI and polytechnics. Not good news for all of us because we won't be happy. That's a different thing. They have same system. University degrees are there. And ITI and polytechnics and engineering colleges are there. But skill-based careers in industry, 50%, number one. Number two, now do you see any parallels in what is happening we are doing with NEP? Okay. And I'm sorry, I didn't ask you, if you have any comments or questions, you can. Sir, I can progress, another 30 minutes, don't tell me another 20 minutes, I didn't give time for discussion. Okay. Yeah. Any questions, you post it and I'll come back to it. I may not be, I'm also like you. Yes, I'm in this country. And whatever is available here, we progress. And what to be done is a question. We come to that. Okay. So next one. And the second part is this we are all masters of doing it collaboration for NAC. I said masters of collaboration, but they have strong industry collaboration. The one which I shown you with the Netherlands, Philips company is producing LED light. Definitely, they have a product and they are tested with agriculture industry. Agriculture industry means what? Farmers. Okay. So similarly here, industry, there are also companies co-design courses. Suppose you are from Kashmir or you are from Nasik. And Nasik is well known for its wine and vineyards. So if that region is good for wine industry-based courses, so the youngsters who study in those institutions, based on the companies of that region, they will design the courses. So what happened after the course, degree, when they come out, they have jobs. If you are from an automobile industry belt, companies co-design courses. Okay, so 50, and China copied, that's what I read, dual education system of German system. What happened? Germany, same thing, 50% of time in factories, not our kind of practicals and all. So theory and then 50%. That is what now we have. We are familiarizing ourselves with us internship and all. But anyway, it is more than that. So when the student come out from the college, he is engineering college or arts and science college, or might be that what he learned, he will be having job ready skill, dual education. Number 2. Number 3, government investment. This is where I know many will argue, we are not having money. We were provided money. Yes, UGC funds, DST funds, but one mistake. And BO course, what happened to our BO course? Nobody wanted it. Our students also, because that is our cultural mindset. IIT, everyone ready. ITI, Polytechnic, no. We won't. And that is their advantage. Okay. And then the funding all came from DST, FIST all. But funding when it comes to a college hereafter, be careful. For to the young teachers, I'm specifically saying you have to be there in the decision making. You have to see that very part of it, because this I have seen in many autonomous colleges also. Young teachers, they are not part of the decision making. So the senior teachers, head of the department is forced to take a decision. And ultimately they will buy some items, some lab, some same old type of instruments that will not help. And this is where China again scored. State-of-the-art labs, AI robotics training centers. If I've shown you some vegetable farms with all AI and robotics and all, those universities are teaching the same thing. They have facilities, not theory learning, field learning. So that is the third one, massive government investment. So now PM Usha is there. Get that money, and then money, invest properly. Otherwise, get funds from some of your regional institutions somewhere. Okay, and make good labs that will train the students. They will be happy. They will be not only happy, they'll get jobs. And the fourth one, already I mentioned, cultural mindset. We are very difficult in India. We cannot think about sending our children to ITI or IA, Polytechnic and all. That is where China scores. You can see number of videos I have seen, like in all their LKG, UKG itself. All these kids, it is not mainly singing and dancing they do in the LKG schools and all. Instead, each kid will be developing a craftsman spirit, some craft. It may be painting or embroidery or some tools, tool making, something. So that gives the student, they will be competing with each other when compared to other one. I should have some skill. That mentality comes up in a very age. And recently I heard they are now ready with AI or some tools and all, and that is what they are giving to kids. So from a very young age, they are coming to know what tool to be used. And that's the mindset from very beginning, not in the full time watching mobile and evening with the parents with the TV and some, I would not say it should not be watched, but that is the culture they are getting. Okay, this is the difference there, cultural mindset. China, respected, well paid. Okay. And the fourth one, now if at all, NEP is offering all the courses, language or biology or whatever might be that, all the students, let them go and sit in the AI or all these institutions, other courses. They can study any course now. Previously, it was all limited to certain specific topics. Now it is not like this. Offer courses in this line. AI, machine learning, robotics and all. I told you what the World Economic Forum has said. Technological advancement is required. Yeah, your department, you may not have to offer this course, but we also can go and learn from these courses, understand how our subject can be making use of this technology. Okay, this is what we have to do. Upskilling, reskilling, it's already mentioned. Okay, this I'm skipping. This I'm skipping. Next one, continuous reform. So now it's a problem, as what I said. Every year, newer topics and newer skills become necessary, and it is a challenging task for these teachers also. Teaching is not going to be an easy job at all anymore. Now all these requires, all this lifelong learning, reskilling program. Then only the workers, means students, will stay relevant. Fast changing technology industry. Remember, while you were studying or I was studying, there was no AI, nothing at all. It was assignment, seminar. Okay, Google, no, you can copy paste. Now even that is gone. That is the way things are moving up. Okay. So what is required is continuous reforms, bringing in courses, curriculum. Okay, going to be a tough task, definitely. We know that. And now you know why that our neighbor has come up like this. They are the second largest economy in the world, 5 times ahead of us. And when I told you, we are 80% solar panel world they are controlling. It not India. India still we have forced to buy it. This is the reason. The R&D and the skill and the people are in this field, and the companies are finding, international companies are finding China attractive for the same reason. Talented youngsters are there, skilled youngsters. So what myself and yours are doing from our colleges, that is the question. We are teaching, but we have to see that skills are there. Skill-oriented education is provided. Okay. So how this can be done? This is the problem we are trying to address with NEP. Okay. And then we go to next part. If you feel like these all are high technology are not possible, but there are certain simple things now which we overlooked. The best one is power. What is the job of assignments and seminars? What we did? Actually, what is assignment and seminar? It is not sharing the syllabus and give it to the youngsters at all. They should be given a proper assignment. And that is what many of my students who went abroad telling, sir, the way they take assignments, we have to select a topic and it should be relevant, socially relevant. And then it has to be presented in the class. Teacher will be asking questions. All others will be asking questions. You're thinking like that. You are bringing a problem of the local fishermen. And there are people students from other field, they do not know anything about fishing or fishermen, their problem, agriculture industry, but they all come to know. If this is a problem of fishermen of Calicut region, other students also come to know. And that is how assignments help them. Critical thinking. Then many suggestions will come. Analytical ability, writing skill, assignment. What is happening in our institutions? There may be some of them, I do not know. Okay, second. And then during presentation, what happened? Seminar presentations. The assignment, when someone present it, others also are there. Teachers are asking question. Other students are asking question. So this is all a kind of collective learning. Here also, what skill you are getting? We are getting this. This is all part of skill development. Assignments and seminars, critical inquiry, logical thinking, and relationship during discussions. All this. And what exactly we were doing? And what is our responsibility? Can't blame the students, because students know they have their own priorities, like they don't want to be serious, agreed. But we have a role. Okay. And then you may say students will not come to your college, that you don't bother. Be a good reputed college where the students are going out with the skills and all. Employers will prefer your institution. Simple as that. That is what. And you may say this is not practically this all possible. It is all possible. That is why in some when I said IITs and all preferred in Canada, they know very well what is happening in those institutions. Okay. And next part, and this is for the social science teachers, then there is a general feeling when you see this is all technology oriented, what may happen. It doesn't mean it is going to be the end of social science or not language at all. They are very much essential, because all these tools, before being employed in the market, someone has to explain its cultural context or economic reality, or to farmers, you have to explain in in simple language, and for that languages are necessary. Any app, your auto might be even a app, like for example, it's a Paytm app. How a farmer knows it? So the correct language to market that, from where it has to come? It has to come from the languages. Okay. And then, what about the spending pattern of the population, teaching population? Who will analyze it? Economics. So big data, FinDuck and all these, everything fine, but they all require to interpret data meaningfully. The social sciences and languages are there. The only thing we should be providing that talent to our language students. That means language teachers should teach them. This is the way it has to be, not like the earlier way. Yeah, it involves, suppose now product selling involves all the storytelling, creativity, and all these things. AI cannot do it. This is what now happens when we give some items to AI for translation. AI will say, I am a machine. I cannot think like you. That's all. And that is what? Narrative intelligence. We know how to make a product selling. Cheating farmer also agreed. Cheating customer also agreed. AI cannot. So it doesn't mean, AI has data analytic and speed is there, agreed. If anyone disagree with me, I'll tell you one example. See, Deepavali season, now the Onam is coming in Kerala, the spending pattern. Okay, how the students will spend the money, AI cannot know. AI won't be knowing. It is a regional language and cultural, social sciences, they know that which one, when to be employed. So this is a classic example. Language and social science educators, yes, they have to understand what. But if you permit your language and social science, not if we, with NEP, when we are permitting our language and social science students to attend these classes or the AI tools and all, they become masters. The only tragedy for us, no, we never got an opportunity. We belong to, as I told in the beginning, third industrial revolution period, we have been taught by those teachers. But you are in fourth industrial revolution period, and that is the tragedy. That is why we are all struggling. We are taught like this, and that's why. But now all of a sudden, it has become all a different operational field, and we have to shift our strategy. And then next to where to go? Computational linguistics. Languages, grammar, writing, and formatting, and all. Now there are so many tools are there, all these letter writing and to make it grammar correction and all. So that is not needed. So what exactly is needed? Interdisciplinary approach. So the linguistic teachers also must be knowing what tools are there. Already I mentioned, so I'm not repeating it. I'll go to one classic example. So that takes to the natural language processing. See, English or Chinese or German, so not Chinese. English is the common when most of these tools are there. Regional language context, how to be used. Many of the, in regional languages, many of these are not there. So now still we have a lot to do for the regional languages for the, what we call this AI field and all. So what they go to offer, I'll take you one example of social media. In social media, whether it is in Hindi or Tamil or Malayalam, what might be that, what language be taught. And it was not taught earlier. It was not there. Languages, writing, media, book writing, and all were famous, agreed. But now social media is the one. What language we use there? And that is what matters now. There are so many youngsters are there in the social media, so they're working there. What type of language there? And for that, discourse analysis. Okay. Then another one, for example, now there are, and I told you AI cannot analyze emotions and all. Yeah, now they are catching up with the technology. Anyway, in the future that may change to agree. But sentiment analysis, like suppose you are giving a AI to write a review about a movie or a book and all. Beyond a level, it cannot. Language is necessary. Authorship analysis also same thing. So now understood. Okay, so text analysis, language modeling, sentiment analysis is not possible. So we use Siri, Alexa, there are also limitations, Google Translate and all. But now the gap is narrowing down, that's another thing. And I'll stop with this funny thing, not funny thing. And this is another classic example what AI cannot do. Here you can see many languages, we are all using lots of metaphors, idioms and all. And here you can see the translation. This is the original text. And when we translate by AI will do like that. Here the question. Now then Chaleuda echoes. If you give to AI will most probably translate like this. Unless, okay. But actually human meaning is like this. And AI cannot do that. So yeah, in rich language, Malayalam certain metaphors, idioms are there. Hindi, some metaphors are there. It cannot be possible AI. So that is why I say everything, languages are very much essential. Is not going to be end of anything at all. Okay, but only thing we have to learn what we call incorporate these skills into our youngsters. So thank you very much. Another 7 minutes to go. And yes. Nearly 3 hours, and in between I got stuck somewhere. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, if you have anything to ask, and the chat box, I don't see any questions. You are all there. Or I've been talking. Yeah, I can see Pawan sir is there. He's sitting there. Yogendra Yadava sir is there. Very much. Others also maybe. So this is a problem with the online sessions with, okay. So I'll share the PDF of my presentation later, PDF. So you can check most of these data which I have already said here. Yes. Yes, so these are, thank you. Okay, so I'll share the PDF and you can check yourself and you think about what can be done. So NEP, this is NEP sensitization orientation. Okay, what is the requirement of that? I don't have solutions for anybody. These are the directions what we can give. Okay, so based upon the situation, your region, if you are, as I said, if you're from Nasik or if you are from Jaipur, tourism belt, and accordingly see what to be done. Like, okay, so what are the options there and what skills are there so that the youngest days when they come out, they get job. And once again, repeat it, we consider ourselves lucky. We got a job, we are somewhere. Morning to evening, we are here, going home, coming back again. But there are your youngest days, your students are there. They are also. Yeah, now the opportunities, what is happening, and when more numbers of the coming out. So it may not be skill leading to job alone. When they get skill education, they will be knowing entrepreneurship also. They'll be getting startups, entrepreneurship, and for that, some skill is necessary. Okay, that's the way I take it. So thank you very much. And once again, if any comments or anything, you can. That may be helpful for me also because I will definitely search for answers if I am unable to give. So what do? We go home. Thank you very much. So no questions are coming forward. Okay. Yes, Manoj sir, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So coordinator or somebody will come. Otherwise, now we will just disperse. Okay, I normally from
Okay, yes.
Yes, someone will come.
Yes, thank you, sir, for sharing your expertise, experiences, and valuable insights. We sincerely appreciate the time and effort you dedicated to enhancing our understanding of industrial revolutions and all points related to NEP. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And with the kind consent of Professor Sabu, sir, I would like to declare that this particular session will be over. Thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much.
Carry on. I was waiting for you. You used to give a wonderful evaluation finally. Please do. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you.